My colleagues, I come to you today in a unique situation. For you see, I was born in the territory of Puerto Rico, and by being a resident of New York and having been raised in New York, I'm able to be a member of Congress. Not a resident commissioner, with all due respect to my brother, but a full voting member of Congress. And so I come fully understanding how it is to be able to look at yourself and to wonder what, if ever, will be resolved when it comes to the status of Puerto Rico. This is a very significant moment and a very significant bill. For the first time in 112 years, the Congress of the United States will ask the 4 million American citizens in Puerto Rico what they wish their relationship to the United States to be. And it is done, I believe, in a fair way. Now, many will argue today that it is not binding on the Congress. That's a good thing, because Congress can then take the results and analyze them and determine how it wants to apply the results, yes or no. Whether it wants a higher vote for independence, if that's what they choose, or a higher vote for statehood. Congress can make that determination. But I believe the process is fair. It says in the initial vote, do you wish to remain as you are, or do you wish to change your relationship to the U.S.? And then in the second vote, if they choose for change, it says, do you wish to become the 51st state? Do you wish to become an independent nation? Or do you wish to go and become an associated republic? Well, we have that. Some people say they don't know what that means. We have that. Micronesia is an associated republic of the United States. Palau is an associated republic of the United States. The Marshall Islands is an associated republic of the United States. So we know what that means. I would argue, for those who support Commonwealth, that the next natural step of the Commonwealth is free association, unless they haven't noticed and it is statehood, or unless they've been misled and it is independence. I think the next step is free association. Why are those the three options available? Because all three options will remove Puerto Rico from the territorial clause of the Constitution of the United States, meaning it will no longer be a territory. And then we can decide what to do. It has been said here that Puerto Ricans have served our armed forces. That means a lot to us. And it means a lot to be able to say to those veterans who are now in Puerto Rico that they will have a chance to express themselves. Now, many have asked me, well, Joe, if it doesn't do all the things some people claim it does, why do you support this bill? Because it begins a process, because it allows people to speak, because we would have heard for the first time that we know that they have something that they want to change. Now, the opponents claim that this bill pushes Puerto Rico to statehood. Now, I grew up in New York, but I can tell you one thing as a fact that I know about the Puerto Rican community in Puerto Rico. They know the status issue through and through. I think from the time you're 10 years old, all you debate in Puerto Rico is the status and baseball. And the status is bigger than baseball. So no one in Puerto Rico will be forced to vote for statehood unless they want it. Nobody will be forced to vote for independence unless they want it. No one will be forced to vote for anything unless they want it. They are very adamant. You think I'm excited now? You should see the way they speak about those issues in Puerto Rico. Nobody will force them into anything. At the same time, the opponents tell you there's no majority support for statehood in Puerto Rico, but they'll be forced to vote for statehood. I don't understand that. If there's no support, then they won't vote for statehood. That's a fact. Now, briefly, some of the Commonwealth people, with all due respect to them, have proposed a new Commonwealth, but they've never presented it in legislative form. They've had years, the 20 years I've been here, they've never presented the Commonwealth in a legislative form. We have presented many bills that speak to self-determination. What they propose is the following. Ready? Are you ready for this? Puerto Rico would remain American citizens. Puerto Rico would get more federal dollars. Puerto Rico would be able to choose and pick any federal law it wishes to follow and not follow. And Puerto Rico would be able to exchange ambassadors with other countries. That's the Commonwealth that has been proposed. I want that for the Bronx. That's a great deal. And I'm sure the gentleman wants it for Florida, and the Texans would jump at it immediately. But that's not what it is. Give the people of Puerto Rico the opportunity to express themselves.
What purpose, the gentleman from Florida rise?
Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to my friend from Utah, Mr. Chaffetz.
Gentleman from Utah is recognized for 2 minutes.